So here's a startup of the newly installed TRZ dog bone rear motor mount. And keep in mind my existing mods are the Shimoda short ram intake, racing beat exhaust. And those are the only two that would actually make any ruckus. So here's the startup. Significantly louder. You'd almost swear to God there was a header under there right now. But that comes later this week. Definitely sounds aggressive, but I think it's just inside the car that you hear it. Like, other people don't seem to hear it. So I'm on a flat there right now. The vibrations were supposed to be the, I don't know, the con of this motor mount, but to be honest, except for it feeling more rigid in here, I don't feel that many vibrations. Yes, there are some, but I mean, it's nothing to worry about. Because it's I was able to buy the Tranny Mount and the rear motor mount for just under $200. So, whereas like the Shure motor mount, I think was what, $169, and I mean those other ones, the CPEs, stupid expensive. Cork Sport inserts are useless, no offense, but I'm not the biggest Cork Sport fan. Just going down a hill here right now. Makes a nice noise though. I like it. Here's it at idle. And take off. Definitely don't get that engine rocking feeling you do going through the gears. Fourth gear pull. Variable valve timing kicked in. Engine braking. Slight hill just up here. Oh, lots of cop cars and shit. Can't hear much off that hill there, so this is a two-lane highway, and in about kilometer or so there is going to be a uphill passing lane, so I'll take advantage of that. Because I mean, just cruising along, the noise is actually no different. It's only when you take your foot off the accelerator pedal that you notice that there's something different about your car. You get a little vibration just underneath your feet. Obviously that's because where the mount's installed there. So out of 10 I'd give the install a 5. It wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy. I could have made it a lot easier for myself if I would have taken it to my mechanic and we put her up on the hoist. It would have taken probably 20 minutes at the most to get it up in there, but instead I felt compelled to do it in my own driveway, and my driveway's slightly slanted, and also it's gravel, so it makes jacking up the car a little harder because the jacks like to cut into the ground once there's some weight on it. So I mean, I just had enough room to crawl in underneath. I actually had to take the driver's side tire off just so I could get a good angle at it, just because, well, my jack stand were in the way. So 6th gear right now, tramping on it. You get a little more rumble there now, as you can hear. A lot more rumble off the engine braking. About 2 more minutes and I'll be at that uphill passing lane I was telling you about. It's a steep one, so we'll really get to hear how grumbly the engine is now. If it's not raining out tomorrow, I'll probably throw the transmission mount on. It says the write-ups on it say it should be a 2-man job, but I mean, really the only hard part's getting that main bolt lined up with the transmission. Don't really know what the part's called that the bolt screws into on the transmission. Once the stock mount was actually off the car, throwing the dog bone on was like a 0 out of 10 in difficulty, just for some fact that it's quite a bit smaller than the stock mount. I hate to admit it, but I actually had to take an angle grinder and cut off like the motor mount shaped like this. Bolt goes through where my index finger and thumb is. I actually had to cut off one of the bolt legs for it, just so I could twist it out from around where it hooks up to the engine slash, well, it's actually the transmission. So once I did that, I did feel a little bad about having to cut it off, but I don't think I'll be returning to stock anytime soon unless I'm a real sucker for punishment. Okay, here's the hill. So let's see how much the car drones with us on it now. Still in 6th gear. They're 80 miles for you Americans, 130 for us Canadians. See, it just sounds all you hear is the Samota, but there's the engine braking, and I can see my camera shaking there a little bit, so that means there are some vibrations, but then again, the road's not the best. But anyways, my initial review is it's well worth the money, so $99 and you can have it. I ordered, what was the company name? RPM Motorsports or something like that. I'll add that to the write-up, the description on the YouTube video. But anyways, my turn-off's coming, so thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to post it up.